Hi, welcome to Miasmata. I don't know what it's called. Let's go with Miasmata. I grabbed this last night and it's actually on a Steam sale. I'll mention that in the news, which is kind of annoying, but I'll get over it. Or it might be on a Steam sale. Anyway, mapping is a bit weird. First of all, if you bring up the map and you are near a landmark and click on it and you've discovered a bit of map, it will take you to the note in your notebook that shows you where you got it from. So that's what happens when you click, if you can, on the map. You can also tag remote landmarks, but it took me a while to work out because I kept targeting them like this and seeing a question mark, and I was like, what do I do here? How does this work? And I read the descriptions a couple of times and finally cracked it. So what you need to do is first of all triangulate your position. And triangulation is where you use two known landmarks to draw two lines which will then draw across to where you are. So there's the first one, that statue that we found on the map, and the second one is the hut that I've just left. There we go. And that shows me where I am now. And then what you do is find an unknown landmark, and I've stupidly moved to a place where I can't see the statue anymore, but there's a house over there that you can't quite see because it's so dark. But I tag that, and that draws a line on the map showing me where it is. And then we're going to use triangulation to locate it. But first of all, I'm going to tag my location again and get the statue. Now I've moved a little bit. There we go. And that will draw another line. So you can track multiple landmarks at once, which is really, really good. Because if you couldn't, it'd be very boring. Anyway, once you've done that, I'm trying to triangulate to the house that I originally found, but you'll see that's got a question mark over it. And the reason is you need to increase the angle. So basically move a lot, not just towards or away from the location, but to the side. Then re-triangulate your position once you've moved a bit. And pick, in this case, the house. You can see I tried to do the statue, but I haven't moved enough angle. So there we are, I upped the brightness a bit so we can see. And then you pick the house, and that will draw a little line there. And the house will now appear on your map. There, like that. And that's now a usable landmark in the future for triangulating other positions, which is really useful. Also, if you use two existing landmarks to tag your position, so here I'm going to use that statue, and then there's the house just behind it, so I tag those two, and you'll see when I do that, it reveals a chunk of the map around me. But I still haven't got enough angle on that statue, so I'm actually going to go back the other way and try and do it that way, because it's easier to get an angle on it from there. So there it is there, and I use that statue as a one mark. And then that little hut there, I think that's the laboratory, as another mark. And now I know where I am. I can target this statue and it'll turn into a plus instead of a question mark. And I can cross-section there, and you'll see now that little dot is on the map, and I can use that landmark to triangulate in the future. And that's going to be really useful, I suspect, because that statue is way out in the sea, and we're going to be able to see it from all sorts of places. Now, I also wanted to tag these two statues here because they seem somewhat important. So triangulating from here, you can do two at a time. Using the statue and the hut to find out where I am again. I turn around and then add that statue and the one to the right, and you'll see it draws two lines on the map. There we go. And then I'm just going to run around to the left. I'm looking for another landmark there, but there's nothing to tag. So drink some water because I was getting dehydrated with all the running. Run around here and then triangulate again using the little stove fire thing and the hut. That tells me where I am. And then I look to the statue here, and that triangulates that one, you'll see there. And then look up to this one and triangulate that one. And there we go, there's another statue tagged. So tagging in this game is relatively straightforward once you understand that you have to know your location first. Now, to reveal big chunks of the map, what you want to do, I'm heading my way around here to the other side of the map. First of all, if you pull up the map near an existing landmark, it'll just show you where you are. I fell in the water there. But I've come around to the other side of the coast, and what I'm going to use is the statue and house. There we go. To triangulate my position, and you'll see a big map reveal here. So by using existing landmarks and plotting unknown ones, you can reveal the map very quickly. If you've got any questions, let me know. If that was unclear, please tell me. Bye!